All right, so this was an event that I wanted to talk about. I just completely forgot about, and that is X-Men: Age of Revelation. This is going to be our first major X-Men event of the From the Ashes era. Um, Now there have been a few, one of which I reviewed right on Grimalkin, and then there was also X-Man Hunt, which I've been reading in trade, so I haven't been able to read that one. But this one, Age of Revelation, is the first. Like, this is the major one. Like, this is going to have implications throughout the rest of the Marvel universe. That's kind of the what they're selling it as, is the like, um, this is the big story. Like, um, this is the big one, the first major event. So Age of Revelation actually does, like, if you're wondering what the fuck's going on, it's actually explained in a comic I actually reviewed a few months back called X-Men Era of Apocalypse, where in there, Apocalypse, who has gone back to Arakko, has basically been like, look, my way wasn't working. Like, my way of trying to force evolution was not working, and Krakoa's fall, it was on me, and I see the error of my ways, so I'm going to imbue my power onto someone I deem worthy. And the person he deemed was Doug Ramsey, aka Cypher, who literally lost so much of Krakoa. Like, Krakoa died on his watch. And you may be thinking, why him? Cypher, the guy whose only power is that he can understand all languages? Yeah, but it made the most sense. And also, when Cypher showed up in the event, you were like, he's going to be the heir of Apocalypse. Everyone was like, why is Doug here? Like, why does Doug need to be here? And Apocalypse explained, you suffered the most. When Krakoa died, a part of you died too, so let me help with that. And also, the other reason why he chose, he chose Cypher as his heir was because like he said, I need someone who's not going to rule like I did. I need someone who is going to rule with who's not going to force mutant evolution on them. And even now, going by the name Revelation, he's now basically like, I'm going to help mankind, help mutant kind, rather than try to exterminate, and through the strongest, only the strongest survive. And Apocalypse was like, yeah, I would be ashamed if you didn't. So now we don't know the full extent, but we are now 10 years in the future of Revelation, who has conquered the world, and now mutant kind and everyone else is now in different places. Essentially, it looks like Douglas's new power is that he has kind of like Purple Man powers, where he's able to convince people to join him. That's like a new evolution of his power. And keep in mind, even though Cypher can't exactly fight himself, remember, he's got allies of his own. He has his wife, Bay of Blood Moon, who is this warrior alien princess he married during the X of Swords event. And he still has Warlock on his side. Warlock being the cybernetic alien being who bonds to him and becomes like a super suit. So he does have allies, though I do feel like Warlock might turn against him and see this isn't my friend anymore. This is someone else. Whereas Bay of Blood Moon is just like, I am all in. I am 100% all in on whatever my husband is up to. So I think this is, obviously it's a new Age of, it's just kind of trying to recapture the nostalgia of Age of Apocalypse. And some of the titles look really cool, like Laura Kinney Sabretooth. You have, there's going to be a tie-ins with, with Avengers and Spider-Man. We don't know what those are going to be like. I do like a lot of the feel of it, where it's more like mutant kind. It doesn't feel like, it does have a lot of the, DNA of Age of Apocalypse. I mean, that's what Age of Revelation is supposed to be, right? But we're gonna see hopefully a lot of lesser X-Men kind of step up to the plate. Like, we see mentions of Glob Herman. Zorn is apparently going to play a big part of this. There's also Wolverine in this new death mask, which I'm sure is going to be a Funko Pop at some point. Yeah. A lot of, it does sound cool. But I have this feeling that, obviously, if we're going to be it's been 10 years since, Revelation took over the world and mutant kind is now a completely different thing, obviously time travel is going to play a role in it. And I'm going to make some quick guesses as to what's going to happen. I think the big one is Warlock's going to turn on Cypher, on Revelation, excuse me, on Doug. I think that's going to happen because you could clearly see like Warlock at the end of Heir of Apocalypse was like, this doesn't feel right. So I think that's going to happen. I think also Revelation's going to go full Apocalypse, and even Apocalypse said, "Don't go full Apocalypse." I think also Apocalypse himself is going to return with Arakko at his side. So I think that's what's going to happen, and time travel is going to be involved. All in all, though, it is kind of cool to see like a new this is it's going to be interesting to see where this goes next, because there were some previews in the later issues of like what's going on with the X-Men, and everything that's going to happen with this series sounds really cool. And hopefully Revelation doesn't become like a one-off villain, and also doesn't become like just Apocalypse 2.0. I hope that's the other thing with Revelation, is that I hope now that Doug is now this new character, I hope he's not just not only not just a one-off, but also that he is a character on his own. Like, I feel like don't make him just Apocalypse 2.0. Give him a reason why characters should follow him, or be like that. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of X-Men Age of Revelation? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.